Gaming Gear going. Reginald trying to peek in. You see him just down on the bottom of your screen there, trying to get a peek off the side there. This turret going down. Dyrus is just tanking that turret.
Yeah, Reginald is looking to flank around the side. TSM has lost their Baron buff, but I don't think they care. Reginald's in the base. The next wave would be long enough for TSM to take down this turret, and if Gaming Gear tries to defend, we're going to see a fight.
We're going to see that fight happen. There's going to be the hook, but it's Dyrus that they caught. Not really the focus target they wanted. Just shadow dashes away. And Reginald, he's keeping those super minions pushing onto the Nexus. Nobody from Gaming Gear is dealing with it yet.
Surprisingly, catching Dyrus, even though you don't usually want to hook a tank, was pretty much the only thing that was stopping TSM from going in on that one, because Dyrus was a little bit too low and a little bit too slow to catch the right initiation that he wants. But this is just danger time for Gaming Gear. The 11,000 gold, they're trying their best to clear the ways. There's the armor!
Odd one goes in, Vault Breaker on towards Deadly Brother, has to get away from that. Expansion comes in with the Crowstorm. The hit points of Gaming Gear just dropping right down now. MPS is getting on towards the X-Special's the only one going low, but the barrel doesn't even do that. That's going to be Deadly Brother going down. Reginald gets himself a second there. Now you can see a Luna flashing away. He's not going to get away from it. It's going to be the turret. That's the second inhibitor turret of the game for TSM. They may be able to turn this into an inhibitor. Full control for TSM.
Once they have 2 inhibitors down, this game is pretty much well and done. It gives the best access to inhibitor number 3, and that wasn't even the cleanest fight for TSM coming in. Wild Turtle got focused, bashed away from fights frequently, and Reginald was actually the one to pick up his 2nd and 3rd kills of the game on Zed. For all the flack Reginald gets for his sometimes substandard Zed play, this will move him, if they win, to 5-1 overall on Zed.
Pressure play from Wild Turtle, but quickly gets away straight away in towards the Dragon Pit. Secures that Dragon for TSM. 19-15, 5 in kills. 3rd Dragon of the game for Team Solo Mid. They have full control. The Baron will be up in a minute's time. Let's check out that fight.
Absolutely. You can just see how close TSM was to just wiping the floor with Gaming Gear. X-Special got off a brilliant Fiddlesticks Crowstorm like he has this entire game, but Wild Turtle was pushed back frequently. Only he had turret aggro, then Mazarin knocked him back, and it was really Reginald who did the majority of the killing for TSM in that fight. Everyone from TSM then had to pull back onto the inhibitor because Gaming Gear was so close to their base, they kept going back and healing up.
X-Special just throwing a little party of his own for Alunia there in the blue buff. Just keeping him away and making sure he gets those wards in. Alunia wanted to get that ward in towards the Dragon, but wasn't even able to get close to it. And that does mean that TSM, they've actually no reason really to go for Baron other than they have full control, but the fact is, Super Minions are pushing in on towards Gaming Gear. They could just push down this front door.
It really depends on how patient TSM wants to be right now, because they did the last turret dive without the Baron buff and it worked out fine for them. They're actually even stronger now, and if they just wait for Gaming Gear to send a defender to that bottom inhibitor, they would have a window for that, but they're just going to decide to do this with the Baron buff D-Man.
Yeah, 1 second, there it is, Baron is up, and TSM are going to pick this one up for free. Gaming Gear can do absolutely nothing about this one. They are stuck within their own bases and in desperate, desperate trouble in their first game of the World Championships. Team Solo Mid starting out strong here. Trusha Barrage actually was fairly timely there, but it was a little too late.
I really want to see how the stage affects a lot of these teams coming in, because it's something we haven't talked that much about. Like TSM, even though they haven't had the best success on the world stage, knows what it's like to play in North America in front of a crowd, and they didn't have to travel very far for this event. Whereas a team like Gaming Gear, yes, they had the big tournament at Gamescom in Germany, but this is a whole new world for them, and they need to be able to step up to the challenge if they want to win a game in groups.
And let's be clear, TSM know that the crowd is always going to be behind them in America. That is going to be the 3rd inhibitor of the game going down. Bottom one has respawned, but that's not going to stand there much longer. Look at Dyrus. Deadly Brother is putting all the auto attacks on him, and just nothing happening right there. He's got over 4,000 hit points. Shadow Dash lands across his forest, just going to get dropped down by Wild Turtle. That's going to be Assault and Battery on towards Deadly Brother. Reginald just locking up and taking down Wild Turtle. Picks another one down. Mazarini gets focused. Can't even use the Zony's Hourglass in time. That is going to be surely the ace.
That's the game.
The fountain. Wild Turtle tries to get on there, but Deadly Brother survives. It doesn't matter. It's Team Solo Mid that are going to take the first game of the Season 3 World Championship.
Going for the roof skill too. They got him.
They got him, ladies and gentlemen. They got him. There he is, Dyrus the brick wall in that top lane. Another fantastic game against them. We talked about how big a player he can be for Team Solo Mid, but it was all about that bottom lane pairing. Wild Turtle and X Special absolutely going huge in that game.
12 kills for Wild Turtle, 4 kills for X Special to go along with his 16 assists on that support Fiddlesticks. And TSM knows this is a long World Championship for them. They have 8 games to play in this Group A of the World Championships. It's a great start for TSM, but this by no means is a sign of relief. It just means for TSM the start of their path towards a World Championship.
Yeah, of course, Gaming Gear and TSM will be playing each other again. That will be later on in the week, because remember, we are having 10 games today, 5 tomorrow, 5 the next day, then a break, then another 15, 20 games to go. It's going to be some crazy, crazy week of League of Legends action here. But TSM, they are the first victors of the World Championships, and well, starting off how it didn't really work out for them in Season 2. They didn't pick up a game in Season 2, so they're already doing better.
Yeah, it's absolutely going to be a marathon for them, though. The one win is nice. It gives them a great start. I don't expect to see Wild Turtle getting Corky that much in the future.
No, I think they've actually going to be maybe lost those cards already and possibly shown away from Dyrus already as well.
Yeah, exactly, because the bans in that game, especially based on TSM's performance, they showed a lot of what they've been practicing. The vibe from the Odd One is something he's going to be picking a lot of throughout. And you know, they did get their picks in that one, and we know when TSM is comfortable in these situations, they usually do pretty well.
And actually, that was probably one of the first jungle Vi's that I've seen that have been massively successful, because generally,
1 second off.
use that assault battery, sometimes it can be like the twisted advance of Maokai. You can be like, oh, I hit the wrong target, going in too deep.
Well, one thing I'll say is everyone has been practicing Vi leading up to
But this is only one.
We're going to be seeing a lot of her. She synergizes so well with the assassins that we've been seeing in the mid lane lately, just locking down that single target. We're going to see some more successful Vi's.
So we're going to take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. But when we return, it is going to be the second game of the group stage. It is going to be Korea's SKT T1 and their brilliant mid laner Faker versus Europe's Lemodogs. Plus, OMG's Go-Go will be joining us to talk about the fight for the Summoners Cup. He's going to be joining Joe Miller. That's going to be an interesting conversation, so don't forget to miss that one. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. The League of Legends Season 3 World Championships will be right back.